I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ralph, did you put beard contest on the agenda?
Beer contest? I think that might be later.
Okay.
Fall.
All right.
It's in the fall.
That's
Got it.
the fall procedure. So we have several resolutions and we might as well just go ahead and start, Mr. Team, if you would, the first one.
Resolved that the minutes of the Board of Trustees meetings of July 1st, July 17th, and July 29th, 2024 are hereby accepted.
Second,
All in favor? Aye.
resolved that the Jessup Police Departments and Building Inspectors Reports and Treasurer's Report for June 2024 are hereby accepted.
Second,
All in favor? Aye.
approved warrant for May and July 2024. Resolved that the warrants for July 2024 in the amount of $232,047.16 for the general fund and $40,934.58 for the capital fund are hereby approved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the village clerk treasurer is hereby directed to publish and post notice of public hearing to be held on Thursday, September 5th, 2024 at 5 p.m. at Village Hall for a local law amendment, chapter 143 of the Village Code entitled Special Events and Use of Village Property.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Resolved that the village attorneys Essex, Hefter, Angel, and Talia Pasca LLP are hereby authorized to represent the village of West Hampton Beach in the CPLR Article 78 proceeding entitled De Pasquale and others versus the village of West Hampton Beach, brought in New York State Supreme Court under index number 616147 at the hourly municipal rate schedule for special services set forth in the village attorney's retainer letter.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
resolved that the West Hampton Beach Fire Department is hereby authorized to use Rogers Beach on Sunday, September 8th, 2024 from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for their annual barbecue.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
authorized use of village property, Maria Z. Moore Park, Bocce Courts. Resolved that the Greater West Hampton Beach Chamber of Commerce is hereby authorized to use the Maria Z. Moore Park Bocce Bowl Courts on Mondays from July 29th, 2024 to October 28th, 2024 from 5 to 9 for Bocce Bowl League with 2 games per time slot. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Resolved that the Greater West Hampton Beach Chamber of Commerce is hereby authorized to use the village sidewalks on Saturday, September 28th, and Sunday, September 29th, 2024, and Saturday, October 12th, and Sunday, October 13th, and Monday, October 14th, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for the Fall Festival Sidewalk Sale.
Second.
All in favor?
I should recuse myself from this one.
Resolved that the Dune Deck Beach Club LLC of 379 Dune Road is hereby authorized to use the Lashley Bayside parking lot on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m. for 30 cars, provided there is availability and with village-issued parking passes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I just want to say.
You abstain?
I abstain, and
Okay.
not to be cryptic, but I work for the company that owns Dune Deck,
Yes,
so
yes. No, it's
just
understood.
want to be, open.
Authorized use of village property, Rogers Beach Pavilion. Resolved that the Church of the Immaculate Conception is hereby authorized to use the Rogers Beach Pavilion August 18th, 2024 from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. for a mass. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolved that Seafield Center is hereby authorized to use Rogers Beach Pavilion on Friday, September 6th, 2024, rain date, Monday, September 9th, 2024, from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. for annual Wellness Day.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that Peter Nesvold of 165 Dune Road is authorized to use the Rogers Beach parking lot on Saturday, September 7th, 2024, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. for 40 cars, provided there is the availability and with the village issued parking passes.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
resolved that the God's Love We Deliver is hereby authorized to hold a special event bike-a-thon to pass through town on Saturday, September 14th, 2024, from 7:45 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. as per route approved by the police department.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
authorized use of village property, 5K run walk. Resolved that the Knights of Columbus is authorized to use the Village Arena on Saturday, September 21st, 2024, from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. for registration and staging area for the Live Like Vin 5K run walk with route on file approved by the police department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the FBI National Academy Association are hereby authorized to use Rogers Beach Pavilion on Friday, September 13th, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for law enforcement fraternal event for members.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that William Donahue is hereby authorized to graciously donate and place a World War II memorial in the Military Appreciation Park at the Village Marina to be 4 foot wide, 42 inches above grade, and 18 inches deep of highly polished black granite with up to 30 veteran names in the town of Southampton. Project to be dedicated on August 15th, 2025.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
resolved that the Hampton Synagogue is hereby authorized to use Rogers Beach on Monday, August 12th, 2024, from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. for a prayer service.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
PM?
PM, it says. Is that AM?
Is it morning?
yeah.
Yes, that should, let me check the application if it's. I have the application here. It'll take me a half hour to find it. I'm up to the FBI, that's good. I'm pretty sure it's AM,
Okay.
so why don't we amend it to AM?
Okay.
Did you want me to reread it?
I think we just say, you could second it as amended to AM, right?
Right.
Second to amend it as AM.
Correct. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Authorize mayor to sign optimum service agreement. Resolved that Board of Trustees hereby authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with Optimum for updated services for the Marina and Rogers Beach and a new service for Lashley Beach.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Mayor,
Yes.
it was.
It was PM,
Okay. To read, you want me
We
to
just,
30 PM to 10:30 PM. Okay. All right. So we have to,
I got it, yeah.
as stated, okay?
Yeah.
Well, just say that it'll be amended further to be as originally stated,
Okay,
10 PM.
all right. You want to do that? Because you
I'll
read
read
it?
that.
Yep.
Kim read it.
Okay,
Okay.
yep.
We amend it further to be as originally stated, 8:30 PM to 10:30 PM.
Okay. And a second again, Chris?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We're gonna have to check that in minutes when we do that as well. Okay, thank you.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorize the mayor to sign a grant application for MS4 mapping engineering with DNB.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the mayor to sign the renewed contract for integrated wireless technologies.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
resolved that the village clerk treasurer Denise Mordente and deputy treasurer Carlin Sabo are hereby authorized to attend the 2024 NICOM Fall Training School in Saratoga, New York from September 15th to September 20th, 2024 at a cost of $1,058 each for lodging, meals $475 each, and $510 each for conference registration plus travel expenses of $500 for gas and tolls from GL account code A1325.406, clerk office expense.
Second,
All in favor? Aye.
authorized to accept donated 40-inch bocce ball racks. Resolved that the mayor and the board of trustees hereby accept the generously donated 40-inch high and 4-foot wide bocce ball racks for the Maria Z. Moore bocce ball courts from David Assalti. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolved that all planning board, zoning board, and appeals and architectural review board term expire the 30th of June in the year of their term expire.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We have I need a motion for the walk-on resolution, Mr. Evans, if you wouldn't mind,
Yes.
that you move to, have this resolution placed on the agenda.
Yeah, I'm making a motion to place item number 24.2024 seasonal lifeguards on this agenda.
And a second.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
And Mr. Mensch, if you would read it, please.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby appoints the following personnel to the position of lifeguard at Rogers and Lashley Beaches for the rest of the 2024 season effective August 1st, 2024. Cooper Lavin at $18.50 per hour and George Ostison for $18 per hour. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. That concludes all the resolutions we have. And brings us to our public comment section. And we have an executive session after that. Public comment, anyone wish to speak for the public comment section? Come on up, if you come up to the podium, please state your name, address, and then whatever your comment may be.
Hi, I'm Haley Helmreich and I live at 145 Point Road on Pond Point, West Hampton Beach. We've emailed several times, so
Yes.
I'm here actually just to find out a little bit more about what's going on with the bulkhead. And I know that there was a grant application that was due yesterday, and I'm hoping it went in. And I'm just
Actually,
I want to know what the
Yeah.
timeline is, because
Yeah.
sometimes grants are 6 months, sometimes they're a month.
I did promise an email to that email string
Yep.
after this meeting, probably tomorrow. I was gonna,
Okay,
I'll send
I'll
another
be
email,
coming to
but
read
that's fine.
myself and say,
That's fine.
thank you.
Actually, we applied for a grant for LWRP Phase 2. And we applied for a grant simultaneously for the bulkhead project. Those grants were both due July 31st. So
Okay.
that's why we had a meeting in the executive session to authorize me to sign those grant applications, and they were submitted on time, both of them.
Fantastic.
So, and in conjunction with that, we have also applied to the town trustees, the DEC, the Army Corps of Engineers.
Yeah.
All those
It feels-
applications have been submitted as well. And I have contacted Scott Horowitz of the town trustees, and he's going to try and accommodate the application as quickly as possible.
Do you have any idea of the time frame?
Most likely, by the time all these applications and everything get approved, the grants get approved, that'll probably take 3 months. And at that time, then we will form it. It's been engineered. We had to have it engineered for the grant applications and for the applications to those entities. So there
So
isn't theoretically within 3 months, then we'll put it out a bid. And then we have to leave it for a month for those bidders to review it and submit their bid. Then we have to review the bids, and then we have to award the bid. So that's another,
Is that we start to do something, because where they addressed it earlier in the season, where they
Yes.
did the areas that were popping out. I took photos today, some of them are already,
yes.
and there haven't even been any. So I'm just really
Yeah,
concerned.
no, it's-
January, we get like, all my neighbors send me like screenshots of Ring cameras. And I'm like,
It is going to be a winter project.
okay, so it will be,
should be under construction sometime during the winter, and in the preliminary projections, completion is May. Completion of the project.
would be,
Okay.
that happens. My second question is, my parents bought this house when I was a little kid, and there used to be a sign on the, like marsh area right across from where our house is that said 5 miles an hour. And it isn't there anymore. And there's a lot of guys that come in and out on jet skis. And like my husband's training for an Ironman and like swims across the pond. And like, who would I contact?
That's trustees,
Okay.
they have jurisdiction over the water bodies, and they're the ones who put out all those 5 mile an hour buoys and markers and things like that, and if
We would
follow
love
up with
to have
them.
one put back if
uh,
possible, just
yes.
with jet skis. And I just think people don't know because getting a boat is so much more accessible nowadays that people don't know that I think it's either 200 or 500 feet from shore. You're supposed to be 5 miles an hour.
There are
And
a
yes,
lot of
I'm turning
buoys
into that
and-
lady. Anyway, thank you so much. And just keep me posted and email.
Sure. Be sending that email to the email string
Thank you.
tomorrow or Monday.
Appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak? Of course.
Joan Levan, 17 Onek Road, West
you.
Hampton
For those of
Beach.
us that don't know you.
Well, might be someone in the audience that doesn't. I read the lawsuit, by the way. What is our stance going to be on this before I ask some questions?
To the attorney.
We are going to answer it in some fashion, either move to dismiss or answer it on a return date, sometime at the end of the month. We've agreed to a date, but other than that date and what we intend to do about responding to it, I don't think I can really discuss that
No, I don't,
publicly at this
I'm
point.
sure you can't.
Correct.
I have, after reading it, I have serious questions about two things. When we had an issue with the police department FOIL months ago, where it was all over the newspaper and whatever, I know that you set up a FOIL committee and
We
got
did.
it all organized. If that's the case, there were so many issues with FOILs in this lawsuit, I can't believe it.
I personally went over all the documents and we responded to the FOIL as required by the public officers law. I'm not 100% sure all the allegations in the pleadings are correct.
The one that surprised me the most is that they can't get any minutes of meetings or any video.
As far as I know, minutes of meetings and all of that, whatever they asked for, at least the one that I reviewed, there may be multiple ones, but the one that I reviewed, we supplied them with all the documents that they requested. I mean, I don't know, without going back over the particular paper, whether that request wasn't part of the one that I reviewed. And I believe Liz dealt with that, not Denise.
Yeah, she
No,
prepared.
it was
Yeah,
Liz.
so,
It was Liz.
I mean, that's all I can tell you now. I mean, that we took it seriously. Liz spoke to us. I went over it. I told her what to produce. She produced it as far as I know. They may not have been satisfied with the production, but at least the production that I supervised was in conformance with the law.
Well, you're a lawyer, I hope so. I read the whole thing, so you could see I have nothing to do all day. The other thing that disturbed me also were the allegations of ethical behavior, non-ethical behavior on the part of one of our trustees. And we now have a board of ethics. is the Board of Ethics for the village the ones that are going to address that?
I don't think there's been any complaint to the Board of Ethics.
Well,
I mean,
this
I think there's
lawsuit
an
had-
allegation in the
Yes,
pleading.
that's what I
That's
said,
it.
an allegation. But isn't it going to be looked into?
The court will look into it, I guess, in some fashion. I don't remember the allegations, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to read them out loud at a meeting. But it had to do with, let me think of a way to put this. Conflict of interest would be the best way.
Well, I mean, I'm not that familiar with the Village Ethics Board code. But if there's an allegation that there was some sort of improper activity that would invalidate a decision, that would be a court question. And that would be, if necessary, addressed in the legal papers. That's a completely separate process from whatever the village does.
So if that's the case,
Hmm.
the village can also look into it
Absolutely,
and discuss it.
absolutely.
Well, I think that since we have a new Board of Ethics, that they should.
Well, I don't know how it's presented to the Board of Ethics. I'd have to look at the code provision. But just because there's an allegation by somebody who's mad at the village that something bad happened, doesn't
Well,
trigger.
this was more than mad at the village, in my opinion. But
in
I
your
think it
opinion.
should
I
be,
mean,
I think it should be
what
looked
you
into.
read, what you read was a person who is upset at a village action, setting forth whatever that person believed was relevant on their proceedings, whether, I can't tell you whether they're all true or whether they're not true. I don't remember them that well. It came in a while ago and I skimmed it. But because, but that, just because it's in there doesn't mean it's true or it has legal significance. That's all I can tell you. I mean, people
So,
put things in pleadings that don't always,
true.
Yeah,
I understand that. I
I've
understand.
seen it over the years. Every once in a while, they can't prove their case, like a major percentage of the time. So I just don't know what to tell you about that. But the village ethics process is completely different from that. If somebody were to trigger that process, I guess we'd have to deal with it.
Okay. And
Well-
how does that get triggered?
I don't know. I'd have
Other
to look
than
at the
by
code.
lawsuit.
I don't think it's been used in years. It hasn't come up since I've been village attorney for 10 years. So I'm not familiar with it offhand. I'd have to look.
I believe the Ethics Committee was established in either 2012 or 13 prior to my coming onto the board. And it's been a standing committee that has never been activated in my tenure.
You just
And-
appointed someone,
Yes,
so
we
that
do.
you have a full complement.
We do have a full complement.
Full complement.
And
So
as a
let's
matter of fact,
activate.
we did have a request to have it activated for that particular concern. I'm not sure if I'm at liberty. We
The
did,
concern
uh,
from, based on the lawsuit. Is that what you're saying?
and we decided not to act at that point, under advice of our counsel, but it's still an option. I would think the court case should take precedence over this because.
Ralph
it's-
may be true, the mayor may be correct about that. It may be that you can't, that conducting a separate proceeding parallel to the court case, if there are allegations in that, may not be something that we can do. I don't know. Again, I'm not that familiar with the pleadings, and as I said, I just skimmed it when it came in about 30 days ago. But Tony, my partner, is gonna take care of it, and he arranged for an adjournment because he was on vacation for 3 weeks. So we don't really have to we didn't look at it quite seriously to answer it until like now. He just got back last week.
So count on you calling me, Ralph, and letting me know what we're gonna do,
No,
I-
I'll let the public.
how
know.
it's gonna be handled.
If we decide to take, at this point, we're taking no action. And at the point then, when we decide to take action, yes, that I would assume would be public knowledge, right?
Well, I mean, there are two things that we can do with respect to the proceeding that you read. We can either make a motion to dismiss it, or we can answer it. You will know that.
Okay, good.
And our
Alright.
papers are both foilable and available. Whatever we file in court is on the New York State, it's called NICEF, the, electronic filing system. And so everything would be, whatever we release to the court is public record.
Yes, that I'm sure. That's all I have.
I have one more thing for you.
For me?
Yes, for you.
Oh, what?
You asked for some information previously and said you didn't want to have to foil it. So I have the information for you and you don't have to foil
Oh,
it.
I'm so excited.
There
What
you
is-
are. Okay.
See what this is. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I did like that. Thank you.
Okay.
And we have more meeting with you on item.
This was his. I can read it fast. Fortunately, I'm a speed reader.
Anyone else wish to speak from the public? Okay, in that case, I need a motion that we go into executive session and we'll take that downstairs to my office.
So moved.
In a second, okay? Thank you. All in favor? Thank you all for coming.